transition.
Here is the counter again, the step through the shot, another shot, and there it is! Game over, Sayward FC, as Brendan Lambie scores the game winner.
Brendan Lambie's a right-footed player. He's going for that bottom corner, and I think that's more down to being under so much pressure if you're the U.S. women's team. And when this ball ricochet, it's so unlucky.
Here's a turnover. Jarvis, there it is. Game over. 12-0, Wrexham defeats the U.S. women. And Wrexham just proved to be too tough for this team.
Now that kind of slaughter would be bad enough, but if you could believe it, it actually gets worse. Watch what a bunch of teenage boys did to the U.S. women's soccer team. Now these are U15 boys, that's under the age of 15, playing an exhibition match with none other than the U.S. professional women's soccer team. The women were reportedly preparing for a match with Russia when they agreed to play the DC Dallas under-15 boys team, and they were crushed. 5-2. The U.S. women's soccer team was crushed by a bunch of adolescent boys. Now, I bring this up because it's being widely reported that FIFA, the International Soccer Federation, is offering 20,000 free tickets for the Women's World Cup games in New Zealand. And they're doing that because of their slumping ticket sales. I kid you not, they are so desperate for butts in the seat that they're actually giving tens of thousands of tickets away absolutely free. Just please don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass us on international television. Please, we'll pay you to sit. We'll give you free food. We'll give you free drink. Anything. Just please don't show empty seats when we're playing. Please, no one's coming. And of course no one's coming. Why would they after what you just saw? No one watches women's soccer. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone out there. It's not like I hate it. I don't mean to go all Bill Burr on you, but come on. And despite the fact that nobody watches women's soccer, you still have woke idiocy like this.
It's the only thing the U.S. women's soccer team has yet to win: equal pay.
We've filled stadiums, we've broken viewing records, and yet despite all of this, we're still paid less than our male counterparts.
Megan Rapinoe, a star of the team, speaking to Congress on Equal Pay Day.
If it can happen to me, with the brightest light shining on us at all times, it can, and it does, happen to every person who is marginalized by gender.
Now that, of course, was the insufferable Megan Rapinoe, a very outspoken leftist. She's hardly made her woke opinion secret. She recently openly endorsed the idea of including biological men on the U.S. women's national soccer team. And in women's sports in general, she argued that trans women are real women. Whatever that means. I still have yet to hear a coherent definition of this term woman that the woke left keeps using, but she dismissed national legislation aimed at barring men from competing in women's sports as, quote, bullshit. Rapinoe claims that concerns about transgender athletes in women's sports are unfounded, and she accuses those who question transgender ideology, how dare you, as contributing to violence against transgender individuals. Now, many are pointing out the frankly bizarre nature of these comments, given that Rapinoe herself was subject to that humiliating beating by the boys. Forget men, boys under 15, crushing the U.S. women's soccer team. She knows this, and yet she proceeds to spout such absurdities. But now, with the latest news that FIFA is actually having to give away tickets for the Women's World Cup, the economic reality of precisely why women are paid less is staring Rapinoe and a whole host of woke grievance activists straight in the face, and we just caught them in the ultimate act of hypocrisy. You're going to absolutely love it. Gang, if you're like me and you've been wanting to get your concealed carry permit for a while now, but you just found the barriers and the requirements just too burdensome and cumbersome to deal with, guess what? There's now an amazing solution to that. Countrywide Concealed is probably the quickest way for you to get your permit and carry legally in the majority of the states in the nation. That's right. you won't just be able to carry legally in your own state, but 84% of the whole of the nation as well. It's as quick and as easy as watching a video and taking a quiz. And thanks to Countrywide Concealed, your family is that much safer no matter where you go. Getting a concealed carry license has literally never been easier. Click on that link below and join the millions of patriots who've taken back their rights and started carrying legally with Countrywide Concealed today. Now, as you know, for some inconceivable reason, Megan Rapinoe decided she wanted to play dress up. She wanted to play economist. And so she went on a highly publicized crusade, applauded and cheerled by the legacy media, decrying the sexist policies of the U.S. Soccer League for paying male athletes more than women athletes. You saw, for example, how NBC News shilled for Rapinoe.
Do you expect it to become this kind of symbol of the effort nationwide for women?
Not totally. I mean, I think we're much more, singularly focused. And I think we've really become a lightning rod and a voice for so many women around the country who deal with gender discrimination. So it's become something much bigger than what we intended.
Rapinoe is hopeful there will be traction for a new bill proposed by Democrats.
But as a number of observers have pointed out, the whole fallacy in Rapinoe's argument and NBC's promotion is that professional athletes aren't paid for their actual work. In fact, no professional is paid for their actual work. We're all paid in accordance with the value we bring to others. And whether Rapinoe likes it or not, men's soccer is significantly more popular and therefore brings more value to people's lives. Simply put, there are more people willing to pay big money to watch men's soccer than there are to watch women's soccer, obviously. They don't have to give away 20,000 tickets just to fill seats at the Men's World Cup. And you want to know the most delicious irony in all of this? Even Megan Rapinoe recognizes that. Check this hypocrisy out.
In the moments immediately following the final whistle, you get that USA, USA chant, but equal pay along that same cadence.
Yeah.
I think fans want to know what they can do to support that fight.
Fans can come to games. Obviously, the national team games will be a hot ticket, but we have 9 teams in the NWSL. You can go to your league games. You can support that way. You can, buy players' jerseys. You can lend your support in that way. You can tell your friends about it. You can become season ticket holders. I think in terms of that, that's the easiest way for fans to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Buy tickets! Buy tickets and merch. That's how you can help equalize our pay. Go out and get more people to buy tickets and merch. This is the absurdity of wokeness. She's literally undercutting her very argument that unequal pay is a result of sexist soccer league policies. And she doesn't even realize it. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.